Hello students, I've already started with number 1, okay, where I've distributed the a and I've distributed the -5. So now I'm left with 4a minus a squared minus 5a minus 35. Now, I'm not going to work the rest out for you. I want you to work it out yourself. I want you to be able to combine like terms. That's something you should be able to do. On number 2, when you're ordering numbers from least to greatest, okay, turn everything into a decimal. So now look at it like pennies, okay, to where this is 20 cents, okay, and so on. Now again, I'm not going to work it out for you. I want you to do it, but you got to put it from least to greatest. All right, next one. Okay, I have x squared plus 4 equals 29. Then what does x squared minus 4 equal? Well, first we got to figure out, okay, what x is equal to. So I'm going to first solve for what I know. I have x squared plus 4 equals 29. I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides. So that's going to give me x squared is 25. So now I know x is going to equal a value. Okay, you should be able to solve that. Now we're going to the second part of the problem, where now we're going from solving for this x, which x isn't 25. Okay, you got to take something to solve for it. I think you know what to do, and plug it in for the x up there. Okay, number 4. Okay, we have vertices. Now, what you're going to want to do is plot each of these. Okay, 1 and -2, 1, 2, 3, or I'm sorry, x is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and -2, and then x is 4 and 1, 2, 3, and then x is -1 and 3. Okay, so it's formed a square. Now, you just got to figure out how many of the total amount of squares, how many of them are in the third quadrant. Okay, now we're working as percentages, and we have worked those a lot. So you have the total amount of squares with these two right here. So you're going to make a fraction, okay, and then solve it from there. All right, number 5. In 1985, the cost of clothing for a certain family was $620. Okay, so 1985, 620. In 10 years, 1995, the same clothes were $1,000. They said that they increased linearly. So they increased, okay, they increased by the same amount each year. So you're going to take the difference, which is 380. You're going to divide it by a number. I'm not going to tell you what that number is. Okay? And that's in that number, you want to find your per year amount. Then once you found your per year amount, you're going to add it to the 620 for however many years until 1991. Okay. Next one, okay, is number 6, where the square root of a certain number is approximately 9.2371. The certain number is between what two integers? What two whole numbers? And so if I were to square this number, where would it lie in any of these? And that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay. We did this one in class. A bag contains 10 pieces of flavored candy, 4 lemon, 3 strawberry, 2 grape, 1 cherry. 1 piece of candy will be randomly picked out of the bag. Which one is not grape flavored? Okay? Which one is not? Well, how many of them are not grape flavored? Well, there's 8 that are not. What's the total? Solve it from there. Okay. Next ones. Okay. I've got this problem right here. We just recently did it in class. I got the change from month 2 to month 3. Okay, so I've got this month minus this month, and I get 0.09. Now, I divide by the old. Remember, to have a change in percent, you got to take your new minus the old and divide it by the old. Okay, new minus the old divided by the old. That's every single one you've ever seen. Okay, so you got to figure out what the percent is. Okay, next one, I've got employees at Anderson Manufacturing receive a raise of 4.5%, okay, at the end of each year. An employee with an annual salary of $46,000, okay, will have an annual salary of what next year? Now, I've told you the long way to solve it, 46,000 times 0.045, okay, and then we're going to add that to something. There's also a faster way to where all I have to do is it in one step, and it involves something else, okay, to where, again, I'm not going to tell you, I expect you to remember. So, that is the raise. Now, just as a hint, okay, and thankfully, all of these questions are, if they get a raise, it's going to be more than 46,000. And you got to tell me what that is. Okay, next one, okay, is that I'm looking at, okay, is that I'm looking at these right here. All right, I've got 3 times -2 plus 4. That's just simple computation, but anything that comes out of absolute value, okay, is what? And I'm waiting for the answer. Anything coming out of absolute value is, okay. And so that's going to be your answer. You got to follow PEMDAS in here, but that shouldn't be hard. All right, what are the values of x that satisfy this equation? Now, this is something that I'm actually going to give you. Whenever you have a quadratic that looks like this, x plus 2 and x plus 3, I know that my values, my solutions, are going to be opposite whatever these numbers are. So my answers are going to be -2 and -3. Now, you have to apply that to the x plus a and x plus b. All right, next one. We did this one in class. Okay, and we have a figure here. All right, I'm just going to go over it very quickly to remind you. LM, okay? I know that this is greater than 90. Okay, because it's not, because this one, this angle here is 90 because of the information that we've been given. I know that this is less than 90, so this angle is going to be less than 90. I know that this angle right here is 180. Or yes, I'm sorry, it's 90. Because, I'm sorry, this angle's 90. Because this angle right here is 180. Now, they want to know which of the following angles or minor arcs has the greatest degree measure. Okay? This one is 90. This one is 90. They don't have one going to, they have one going to MK, so we know it's less than 90. J to M to G is right at 90 because we know that that's tangent. LHK is 90. MJL, if this is 90, then I know these two angles are less than 90 because it forms a triangle, right? So that there's only one that's more than 90 degrees. I kind of gave that one to you if you were listening. Last one for this page. Okay. I have 12x is equal to, distribute the 8, -80 plus 8x. I'm going to subtract 8x, subtract 8x, and that's going to give me 4x is equal to -80. Solve from there. This is the first video for tomorrow's test.